What is up, everybody? Today we're going to be discussing the Detroit Pistons and if they should attempt to trade for Lonzo Ball of the New Orleans Pelicans. But first off, subscribe to the channel. I post daily, and it'd be pretty cool if you could subscribe and help me out. Like the video if you just, are interested in this specific video. And comment down below your thoughts on this trade, the players I mentioned, just all of that good stuff. I rely on y'all's comments to learn more about, certain players I don't know a ton about. So, as I mentioned today, we're going to be discussing Lonzo Ball and the Detroit Pistons. Right? So Lonzo Ball, I think we can all admit he's had a pretty disappointing career in terms of, what he was expected to be. If he was drafted like mid to late first round, honestly, we wouldn't be looking at him, as bad, especially if he was drafted as a defensive pass first specialist. But he wasn't drafted like that. He was drafted in hopes of becoming, the next cornerstone of Lakers franchise, and he obviously failed to do that. So that brings us to the Detroit Pistons, currently 15th in the Eastern Conference, with the worst team in the NBA right now. I mean, nothing else I can say about him. Blake Griffin, probably the worst contract in the NBA right now. Sadiq Bey, I know he went off he's been going off right now. But other than that, they just really don't have a good, team, quite honestly. So, I'm proposing that they would somehow acquire Lonzo Ball because he is available. Now, why is this? Well, quite simply for the fact that he is available, the Pistons are rebuilding, and it makes sense, right? When you're a rebuilding team, what you need to do is you need to try and acquire younger players, even if they may not be, the best players of all time, right? Like, what I'm trying to get at here is Lonzo Ball looks like a bust so far compared to where he was drafted, right? But there's still a chance, a small chance, but there's a chance that he could have potential, right? And the Detroit Pistons, if they can acquire him without having to give up major, young talent, that'd be a W in my book, personally. So, there are some, issues with this acquiring of Lonzo Ball. The main one is that they actually already traded for a dude like this named Dennis Smith Jr., formerly of the Dallas Mavericks, formerly of the New York Knicks, too, I believe. And that is an issue, in my opinion, right? Because they've already made that so-called risky trade, I guess, if that's how you would refer to it. I really don't know of a better way. But they already traded for Dennis Smith Jr., and then they already have Killian Hayes, right? So it's not like they have a lack of point guards on the team. Okay? The only issue is Killian Hayes is out for the next 8 weeks due to a hip injury. Okay? So he's going to be out for a little bit. And I don't know much about him, so correct me if I'm wrong on this. But according to the internet, he can play the shooting guard position as well. He's 6'5", so it makes lots of sense. So, my theory is that if they were able to somehow bring in Lonzo Ball, they could potentially, one day in the future, run out him and Killian Hayes at the guard position without having to, sacrifice any of the younger talent. So, I could go on for a whole nother separate rant about Jeremy Grant and how they should trade him away to a contender. I'm not going to, but I could. They also have Josh Jackson on the team. He plays the shooting guard position as well. And he's been looking significantly better than how he used to, right? Because he would have been drafted to the Phoenix Suns in 2016, I believe. So, anyways, he's been doing a lot better now that he's on the Pistons. So already they have some, level of, quote, success with these, rehabilitation projects to an extent with Josh Jackson. So, while part of it is, rehabilitating the player and, seeing if they can play for you one day and, dominate for you one day in the future is good, another good thing is the ability to trade that player and gain an asset, right? It's an investment strategy, okay? So, if I told you that I'll give you a penny and you could get either... No, if I said, hey, You're going to give me a penny, right? And I'll give you a mystery item. It can be either a dollar or it can be, -5 cents, right? I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to take that risk, right? I'm going to take that mystery item, give up the penny, in the hopes that it becomes a dollar, right? And that's what I think they need to do with Lonzo Ball. Not necessarily like even out of positional need, just the fact that they have the ability to do so. And it just makes sense to them, right? I mean, just that simple to me. They have the ability to trade for Lonzo Ball. If it fails, they can just let him walk at the end of this year. If it succeeds, great for them. They've gained a positive asset. So, that is it for today. I hope you all did enjoy. I know, I enjoyed making this video. So, like and subscribe to the channel, as mentioned before. Have an amazing day. Comment down below on the video, if you're a Detroit Pistons fan. First off, I feel for you. Second off, please let me know what you would think about this trade. If there's anything you think I need to know about the Detroit Pistons, all that good stuff. And yeah, y'all have an amazing day. Love y'all.